In this video, we'll be going over the actions portion of the data view. As we have covered in past videos, the data view is the way in which you can see your data as it enters into Redis when you are first collecting data within SORBA. Now, when you're working with the data view, you can go into your tree over here and you can select which tags you want to display. For the moment, I'm just going to go ahead and display the line 1 tags here. And we're going to be going over to the actions. So this menu will bring you to two possible actions that we now have access to: diagnostics and the cross reference tool. First, let's go over the cross reference tool. The cross reference tool can be used to show you where the tag is being referenced from and referenced to. So what this means is that when we're looking at where it's referenced to, we can see where the tag is pulling information from. So this tag is making a reference to the device 1 asset line 1 channel SIM. So what that means is that this tag is making a reference to the SIM channel on our device 1 asset. In practice, the reference to is where the tag is getting its information from. So in this case, it is getting its information from the SIM channel. And reference from, these are all the locations that this tag is being referenced from. So in this one, we can see that it is being referenced in this script called sample within our device 1 asset. And this page will show you all of the different places that it is being referenced from that the tag is being referenced in. So this is just a very useful, handy tool that you can use in your data view to show you where a tag is getting its information from and where that information is being sent to. This can also help with troubleshooting because the reference to can show you if it is being referenced from multiple different locations. So typically, you're going to want your tag to be being taken from one single area. If you have two different spots that are both trying to write to the same tag, this can cause issues with your data quality. So this is a good little way to check and make sure that we only have one thing that is writing to this tag. You can also see on the channel, assuming that it is a channel that's being that this tag is a reference to, the IO type. This tag in this instance is a read-only tag. The other tool that you have access to with the Actions tab on your data view is the Diagnostics tool. Now, I'm going to go into the Diagnostics tool first into a good quality tag, so let's look at that same one. So, in this one, we can see the source for it. This is coming from the core. We can see the current value as it's updating, and since we opened up this tool, we can see the count of how many values we have seen from this. So this can give you an idea for the frequency of the tag and how often it is coming in. Each time that this count is increasing is a new value that we're reading for that tag. So if you have long pauses in something, then you might be able to tell that there is something delaying your data, but we can see that this tag seems to be functioning completely fine. Now let's go to one that has a quality marker on it. When we go to the diagnostics for this one, we can see, once again, we're coming from the core, but this one has a bad low limit, and that is because the current value on our tag is below the low limit that was set for this tag when we created it. So if you remember from tag creation, you can set in a default value, a low limit, and a high limit. This value is currently below our low limit, and so it is triggering a bad low limit quality read. On these quality reads, you can see bad low limit, bad high limit, and also importantly, you can see when there is bad data logging. Bad data logging means that there is some sort of an issue with your data actually being logged. So this could be that it's not actually reading from the channel properly, or it could be that it's not actually being passed into Redis correctly. But if you see bad data logging, that means that there is something wrong that is preventing that data from being logged correctly. And that is how you use the actions within the data view to use the diagnostics tool and the cross-reference tool.